Hello, hello. How is everybody doing? Today is Monday, June the 8th, I believe. Yeah, today's the 8th. Let me verify that. June 8th, 2020. My name is Angela Hooper-Menifield, and this is your HR moment with Menifield and Associates. It has been a few days since my last Facebook Live. And to be honest with you guys, I just literally had to take a break. I needed to, I've spoken about it before, protect my peace. And I'm sure you guys have seen as well that sometimes social media and everything that comes with it can just feel like a lot. And so I did not do my normal live on Friday, so I just want to have some ownership with that. But I also, am back. And so I feel pretty good today. So I'm back on my Monday, Wednesday, Friday routine. And so today I decided I would talk a little bit about something that I think can coincide with a lot of what's happening right now, but also is also a great supervisory tip. And that would be, how do we lead and or supervise people and have confidence? So I'm trying to share real quickly, do my watch party. Okay, go. All right, so, confidence is one of those things that oftentimes you'll hear people say either you have it or you don't. And I'm also sure a lot of you have heard the mantra, fake it till you make it and things like that. So while I'm not necessarily an advocate of faking it, because I think when we fake it, guess what? People can see through fakeness. At least I feel like I can. I think I'm really good at seeing authenticity. And as a leader, do we really want to model faking it? Because if that's viewed as inauthentic, will that help us as we try to lead our team? Lead by example, or also just model the types of behaviors that we find beneficial? I would argue no, but again, different people, different opinions, and I'm comfortable with both. I'm just giving you Angela's opinion. And so when we talk about confidence and leading with confidence and supervising with confidence, a lot of that really depends on how we feel about ourselves. So that is the first point I would like to talk a little bit about. Self-talk, like what is the messaging that you're saying to yourself? I did my first in-person workshop, guys, since March 13th. So today I did an in-person workshop. It was pretty good. I will say it is hard to present in a mask. So a couple of things I learned, and I know I'm getting off a little bit, but for those, my brother, sister trainers out there, facilitators, as we go back to in-person events, I guess I can tell you some of my learns. It is a little difficult to facilitate in a mask. You find that everybody needs to use their outdoor voice, because half the time I was like, could you say that again? Could you speak up? So over time, I started to get a little bit more comfortable with it, but it was definitely a little bit challenging to facilitate training in a mask. But we made it through. For the most part, I feel like I did a pretty good job of social distancing, washing hands and doing all that, and just trying to stay compliant. And I know in some parts of the country, you're looking at me and saying, we've never worn masks. Well, in Jersey, we've been wearing them. So anyway, today, after the DISC workshop, where we do behavioral assessments and kind of help people, again, have higher levels of awareness about who they are, and then use that information to create more effective communication and better relationships with other people. One of the coaching sessions that I had with one of the leadership members post the workshop, we talked a little bit about leadership and some of the challenges. And the person shared a little bit about having some challenges. Now, this person is very team focused, soft-spoken, probably a little less inclined to have a confrontation with someone. And so they were sharing that there was some difficulty or some challenges in supervising the team, but also feeling as if it was partly because of their age. And so as we looked into it, one of the things that we talked about was the fact that if they felt that their age was a limiting factor, then it's highly possible that that's what they're projecting. And so that's what made me think about, how do we help people have more confidence in their supervision and their leading? And so that would be the number one point, the self-talk, right? No matter what it is other people say to us, say about us, here's what we know to be true. Self-talk stays with us longer than any other feedback and any other messaging. Because think about it. The one person that you're with all the time that stays with you, 24/7, it's you. So everything that's happening up here is a part of that self-messaging and self-talk. So one of the first things we're going to have to do in our coaching relationship is begin to shift the messaging, because we want this person to no longer see themselves or their ability to lead and supervise their team as a contingent upon their age. Because let's be honest, there are people who are twice, this person is in their late 30s. There are people in their 50s and 60s. I know them personally because they're my age, and they, still come to me and talk to me about some of their management roles or supervision roles. It has very little to do with age. But again, if you perceive yourself as being in an inferior capacity with your peers, others on the leadership team, and or just not feeling as competent or qualified with the team you lead, this can show up in your confidence. And here's what we know about confidence. And, have you ever seen somebody walk into a room and you just oh my gosh, they own it? Or even in interviews sometimes, right? And I talk a lot about confidence in interviews. There are some people that just own it. Now, I have been told, and this is not a bragging thing, but that I walk, because I walk real straight, my head straight and erect and straight ahead, that I walk with confidence. Now, it's not my intent. Just as a child, my mother always said, back straight, head up. And so that's the way I usually walk. But what it does project to people who are looking is that I'm confident. And so I say that to say, and I am confident, by the way, that's not a misnomer, but people pick up on these things based on how we model it, how we show up. So few other things stand confident, speak with confidence. And with confidence is projecting your voice. And maybe you've never really practiced those skills. And so here's a shameless plug, right? I host the Speakers Club. For those of you who are looking to speak with more confidence, more authority, Speakers Club would be a great place for you to learn, because we learn so many speaking attributes. And we're actually having our Speakers Club tonight. We meet bi-weekly, Monday nights, 7 Eastern time. But the point I'd rather make is than so much about the Speakers Club, and you can find that on my page or I can post it in the comments, is that it's important for us to learn how to stand up in front of a room of our peers, of our direct reports, and as well as even those who manage us, right? Industry, the public, with confidence, projecting clarity about what we mean and what we say, because it exudes. People feed off of it. So again, self-talk, number one, what do we say to ourselves? And that really is happening up here. And then also, how do we stand? How do we talk? How do we project ourselves? Another thing we can do is, take some type of course, leadership, supervisory courses. And again, this is my sweet spot. So I can tell you again, if you really need help with that, let me help you. We have courses and things like that to help you, especially if you're a new supervisor and you're trying to transition, or maybe you've been supervising for a while, but you still don't feel solid, right? But coursework, fine tuning some of the skills that are, considered essential for supervision and leadership, because the more you know about what it is you should be doing and how you should be doing it, the more confident and qualified you will feel. We want to be competent, confident, and comfortable. So if we think about the 3 C's, right? Competent, confident, and comfortable, that can help us project that as well. So take some courses, work with a coach or mentor, someone like that, that can really help you and help you see things that maybe you cannot see in your delivery and how you do it. Well, another thing I will say is don't be afraid to say what you don't know. You know, do that with confidence as well, right? So if you don't know the answer to something someone asks you, say, hey, I don't know the answer to that, but let me get back with you. Because these are the things, again, that's going to build your confidence. And it's hard when people don't see you in the role that you're in. So one, you got to see yourself in that role. So do the positive self-talk. You know, affirmations are good for a lot of people. I used to like Being Mary Jane, a TV show. And one of the things, if you'll recall, if any of you ever watched that show, she had stickies on her mirrors with positive quotes and positive words and thoughts. And so that actually does help, because the more positivity that you feed into your thinking and your mindset, it can help impact how you feel about yourself as a supervisor and help that confidence. So again, we've already talked about self-talk. We talked a little bit about having confidence and how you speak, stand, how you show up, and then taking courses, and then also getting more information about your emotional intelligence. And we're going to do a teaching also, or HR moment, about emotional intelligence. But people who really understand that about themselves, as well as the people that they're working with, they tend to be more confident because they see themselves realistically, right? So lack of confidence shows up often in a feeling of lack or not enough. And so emotional intelligence, when it's built, it helps us to understand that we're enough. You know, everything we need is already within us, and we just need the right environment or atmosphere to pull it out. So those are some things that can help. At this person that I was working with today, I'll continue to work with them as well as their supervisors, right, to help them exude the levels of confidence and begin to grow in that area, because confidence doesn't come overnight. So it's not going to happen, but with the work, with the, again, positive messaging, positive encouragement, and even a safe place to fail. You know, I tell all supervisors, create a safe place to fail for your team. If you do that, what you will find is they won't be afraid of failure, because by creating the safe space for that, they can take chances and risk. And as the risks come and go, or it works out or it doesn't work out, they know it's not the end of the world, right? They won't lose their job. Now, again, there are some mistakes. Yes, people will lose their job. But in general, these are not the kind of mistakes people are making, nor the kinds of things that they're refraining from doing. So those are a few tips to help with confidence. So if you know someone that needs help with confidence in seeing themselves as a leader or taking the lead of a team, a project, feel free to share this video with them. If you or someone you know wants to gain more confidence in how they speak, articulate their words, how they project and things like that, definitely feel free to also share this video. And again, refer them to my speakers club. The link is yourspeakers.club. You can join my speakers club. Hey, Kelly, good to see you. Well, I guess see you on Facebook. I miss seeing you in person. But I do see your videos with you and your baby girl. So love and miss you. But yeah, so if you know someone who's interested in joining the Speakers Club, give them the link. I'd love to have them join us. Like I said, I'll also type it in the comments. But again, confidence is starts with how we see ourselves, how we project, and how we focus on our thinking and our behaviors. So congratulations on those of you who are working towards building your confidence. Again, it's a work in progress. It doesn't happen overnight. My name is Angela Hooper-Menifield, and this has been your HR Moment with Menifield and Associates. I will be back on Wednesday. As I said, I took a little hiatus last week. I needed to. I had to protect my peace. That's the best way I can describe it for you. But I'm back, and as they say, and better than ever. So take care, and I will see you Wednesday. Bye.